a demonstration about cert-based RADIUS authentication for bring your own certificates. As you can see on the RADIUS interface, I currently have a RADIUS access point called RADIUS-U6 already defined. The current interface allows you to select either passwordless for certificates or password for traditional credentials. It allows you to upload or import the certificate trust chain from any source where the certificates were created, and it also allows you to use MFA, the traditional MFA, in combination with certificates as a fallback. When they are used, it's either one or the other, but not both. So to demonstrate the feasibility and the ease of use, we're going to allow access to one of the users in the user group A. The user we're going to allow access to is under the email roger_q@yahoo.mail. Prior to this execution, two things have been accomplished or done. First, the certificate trust chain has been imported, as I showed in the previous interface, and also the certificate containing the user identifier, in this case the email for roger_q@yahoo.com, has already been imported into the user store. So since this user is already active, we're going to connect to the RADIUS Wi-Fi, and authentication takes place by reading the contents of the certificate, and access is obtained immediately. Now, so we can see this transaction. If we go to DI, we can appreciate that this transaction has taken place, and the transaction has been initiated by user roger_q@yahoo.com, and it's a TLS transaction, and it was successful, and the certificate was read and validated. This means that the certificate is in good standing. The certificate contains information about this user, and the user with email roger_q is also in good standing in the JumpCloud directory. Now we're going to disable this user and attempt to do an authentication again. So we go to the corresponding user and deactivate. Right. Now we're going to disconnect and try to connect back, but this time it should fail because the user is no longer in good standing with JumpCloud Directory, and it does. So we're going to connect to a different network. And now we can inspect the results. Going to DI, and we should see a success followed by a failure. And here's the last transaction indicating a failure, and it was initiated, well, we don't know, it was initiated by a user that failed, but the result is a failure that's shown here as a result of the EAP TLS handshake. It was definitely a TLS transaction. Okay, and of course we can also see the user removal and the prior successful transaction that we saw before. This shows the usability of RADIUS-based certificate authentication, where the admin can control access to its user population based on RADIUS.